Hi, Aquarius. Welcome into your reading. Sorry I have the mic like this. I'm just taking apart the whole entire room because rearranging the whole studio setup. New desk, new everything. So everything's a little rickety and I had to take this off the wall. So this is as best as it's going to get for sound for just this week, guys. Okay? All right. Let's see what's going on here for your last week of January. For Aquarius, please, January. All right, guys. So you have the Queen of Swords in reverse. So the Queen of Swords in your situation is there's something here that could be bothering you where it's got you not thinking clearly, or it's just got you, in this place where you're kind of angry or you're kind of upset. Usually, I'm just going to be flat out honest. I'm not a sugarcoater, guys, and I don't mean to just be nasty. I mean to be real. The Queen of Swords in reverse, and you are my queens. If you're new to my channel, the kings are the incoming energy. She's a bitch. He's a real dick. So he or she, whatever you are. I'm not saying that's what you are, but the reason you're like this is because somebody put you in that position to feel that way, to think that way. If that's not what's going on, if you're not cutting people short or you're just not snippy, then it's just you not thinking clearly over a certain situation. And again, it just feels it's because it's like something's been bothering you, Aquarius. So you're like, I can't be bothered by this anymore. I have to be this way in order to tell the person to understand what my boundaries are. This is just exhausting because what I'm looking at is the Ten of Wands in reverse. It's something you're just trying to offload. Something that's been bothering you. Something that's been, you're like, I'll just cut it loose. I don't care. And I've got to be this way. I've got to be icy and cold because that's what I got to do to persevere, to get through this because I just can't take it anymore. And that's the kind of like vibe and energy I'm getting. I do, however, let me say, want one more, Spirit. Tell me one more for the situation for Aquarius. Virgo, the Hermit, Sagittarius, Temperance, Queen of Cups. There we go. Okay. And the Queen of Cups is what's going to put you right, okay? Because the Hermit and Temperance, I had a feeling this is kind of what you're doing, Aquarius. See, the Virgo card here, the Hermit card and the Saggy card, think about those energies, right? One's very earthy, the other one's very fire. You're trying to balance the both, okay? So you're trying to take a time out. You're trying to be quiet. You're reserving your energy. You're pulling it back. And you're trying to find your balance again, your center, your peace, your inner peace. You're also being patient with the situation because someone's got you cross, okay? Someone made you cross. And again, you're trying to be emotionally available. You're trying to be in this place where you could be the Queen of Cups again, where you're emotionally mature. So something's really kind of like got your knickers in a twist, if I could say. But you're trying to be very smart and wise about it and how you're going to process this. What's coming towards my Aquarius, please? And guys, this is in a relationship with a person. This could be at work, at your job, your family. Just apply it where it applies. Should I put light on? Guys, does this make a difference? No, but whatever. Okay, Page of Wands. What's coming towards you? Page of Wands talks about you being curious about something. You're like, what if I go down that path? What if I go down that road? There is something challenging here, though, okay? Because there are roadblocks, obstacles, and issues. I don't know if you feel like this might get your environment or your group or your situation in a fight or an argument or something that is competitive. So I'm very curious to see what you're curious about. Can I have one more for what's coming towards them? There's a scenario that is going to make you curious. You're going to be like, something I didn't think of before, but I'm wondering what that could lead me to. Because this is definitely about a passion project, a passionate new beginning with a person, and working on your hobby and your trade at work. So this could be a passion project, like I said before. Or this is you putting hard work and effort in a situation that's starting out in a passionate beginning. See, passionate new beginnings are physical. They're not emotional. They're not an air sign where, like an Ace of Swords, where you're talking. And they're not an Ace of Pentacle where it's a solid start. It's something physical. It's emotional. It's not emotional. I'm sorry. It's passionate. So it's making you curious. Whatever's going on for you right now, it's almost like it's preoccupying your mind a little bit because it's helping you heal. It's helping you refocus your energy from whatever happened over there for you to put it over there. So you're like, all right, let me see what if I put my eggs in that basket? What happens over there? It's just the energy and the vibe I'm getting and the feeling. I don't know. I think you're like ready to tell everybody to go fuck themselves and try something completely different and go down a new road, a new path. I think you're trying, but you're like at wit's end. What is it that Aquarius doesn't see coming? And it's got a lot to fucking do with Pluto leaving Capricorn, thank God, for the planet Earth. And it's going into Aquarius. I'm going to leave a little article down below how that affects you and what that means. But it's been there for a mother friggin' long time. And now that it's going into an Aquarius, this is going to affect everybody of what their life is going to look like for the next 2 decades. So it's a whopper, guys. It's a huge whopper. And Pluto's a very volatile planet. And when we have these kind of switches in planetary alignments, the adjustment period for the whole collective every sign is pretty brutal and pretty rough, especially when you're dealing with Pluto. All right, what is it that Aquarius doesn't see coming? Like we were saying, age of Aquarius. And you guys, your birthdays are coming up very soon. It'll probably be Aquarius season when I release this video, so happy birthday to my Aquas. Okay, what's going on over here? Wheel of Fortune in reverse. What you don't see coming is there's no change. And there's no luck. I don't know if this has to do with the person in particular, which is this King of Swords, which is somebody energetically that is like you. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, you share an element. If they're not an air sign, they just give you the vibe that they're very much like you, in the sense that fair, balanced, honest, analytical, cerebral, loves conversations, has jobs in like maybe the legal system or something where it's like a think tank kind of thing. All right, I'm going to leave that one alone and I'm going to proceed because I have a feeling that the before and after tarot is going to tell us a lot. But the fact that you have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse in what you don't see coming is that I don't know if you attempt to try something different or you just pretend like hear no evil, see no evil, whatever's going on over there, that's going to change your situation. It's not. And you want the universe to back you. All right, so what's the advice here? It's like me. I'm planning 5 trips for 2024 and maybe I don't got all the money in the world to do it. But, you know, it's me saying, you got this, universe. I trust you. No, we got to reason some things. Judgment. Here's the thing. With judgment in your advice position, there's something that you have that you've been dealing with for quite a while, okay? 10 of Swords, betrayal, ending. It has everything to do with a betrayal and an ending. Whether you're doing it or it's happening to you or it has happened. There was something that had ended and it ended pretty sharp and it ended pretty badly. Or you're gonna have to end it pretty badly. The point is you have to make a judgment call on this, okay? Because it's time, all right? It's time to clean your slate, especially when you have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. What's the outcome for the week for Aquarius? The Emperor. This could be your, if this is family related, this could be your father. If this is work related, it could be your boss. Others of you, if this could be an Aries you're dealing with, something in relation to. But somebody here is very defensive or resisting. what are you resisting with this Emperor? Because let me tell you something, the Emperor could be something really, really good for you, fortuitous. All right, but there's a resistance here. I don't know if it's you or them. Can I have one more for their outcome with this Emperor? Leaving them behind? You're looking for some form of stability, and maybe you think that they're volatile. I don't know, but it looks like you're trying to mentally disengage and leave them behind with whatever you got, okay? Because in this little raft, you're not alone. You got peoples in there. So you're like, I'm going to take what I got and I'm going to go. I think it's because you're looking for stability. Interesting. Let me see what's going on here. What is this Queen of Swords, Temperance, and the Hermit card, please? All right. See, right now your situation is in this place with, Hermit and Temperance and a Queen of Swords in reverse. You're trying to make a thoughtful decision, but you're coming off as brutal. You're coming off as tough. Because there was an ending of some kind with an Emperor. See, now as we're starting, we see the ending. See, the Emperor is coming out again. There was an ending. So there was a transition or, a changing. If it's not an Aries, it could be a Scorpio. God knows, maybe you're dealing with both, an Aries and a Scorpio. But there was some kind of ending and or transformation. And now you're trying to think about it. Because I see at the bottom of the deck, the Five of Cups in reverse. You're seeing some sort of blessing in disguise. Or you're hoping that it will be a blessing in disguise. All right? But you're being really tough to a certain person. And I think you're doing this is to kind of remove yourself from that individual so it can give you some breathing space to figure it out. It's starting to kind of like shape form for me, this reading, and make sense. After, please. Ooh, no, come back. I have to see what flipped on the floor, all right? It was the Three of Wands and the Page of Wands and the Sun. You are waiting for some ships to come in. You're curious of something like working out or panning out, and you're hoping, and it looks kind of happy. But now that I put them back in the deck, I want to see what comes out, not what fell on the floor. But I take them into account. They want to hit the floor, don't they? Trying to make this a bit lower. Sorry guys, I have to take apart my desk and everything because the whole studio is switching around. You do have the Seven of Wands again at the bottom. Someone's resisting or very, very defensive. And under that is the Four of Cups. It's like unrequited love or just not happy. Let me see what fell on the floor. We have a King and Queen of Swords in reverse. This little happy couple here broke up. Or you're both just not in a good place right now. So something did end. You might have thought you were on the same page with somebody, and now it's got you completely crossed. Someone here is fighting, resisting. I feel like one of you, your feelings isn't matching or your energies aren't matching. All right, let's continue and see what's going on here. With this Page of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands. Queen of Cups in reverse. And the Four of Cups in reverse. Okay. So if you're dealing with multiple energies, guys, and one is a water sign potentially, it doesn't have to be. This is you not being emotionally available for someone. Okay. And you're curious about some passionate new beginning. And and you're putting effort into it. I mean, you're like keeping your head down and you're like, I'm doing this. So let's see what the After Tarot has to say. Unless you turn down a water sign person. Oh, shit. 2 cards fell on the floor and they're in the upright position and they're face up. It's the Ace of Cups and the Knight of Cups. I'm going to get it in a second. But at the bottom of the deck, I had a feeling you were dealing with 2 energies. Which one you're going to go with? This one or that one? Oh my God. And under that is the passionate new beginning. And the third person. And the in and out. And then we turn to something solid. And then we got a partnership. Okay, but these are coming down the pike. So on the table this week is what are your energies for the week. Someone's coming in to give you an invitation for a fresh new start in love. Okay? So your passion is turning into love. It is going from physical to love, which is good. And this is not like a joke. This is not them just texting you. This is them outright coming towards you. Asking you out, talking about your feelings, the whole shebang. This is what leaves you to be curious. You're like, fuck, which one's the right one for me now? Let me see what the Wheel of Fortune in reverse is. Or why you're in that position. There it is, King of Cups. I had a feeling a lot of you are dealing with a water sign. This King of Cups is emotionally available, but they're emotional. Is that for you? Yeah, they're emotionally matured. They can have a deep conversation with you. They're very, very cool. But are they really your vibe and scale? Because there's a lack of vindication and validation here. It's like they don't give it to you. It's like they're there, but they're not telling you the good stuff. And nothing's changing. Nothing with this person. Okay? It's like you want it to work, but is it? Nothing's changing. After, please. See, here's the situation. You're still holding on to something and healing from some previous pain. All right? So if they did something to you or they said something to you in the past, it's still bothering you. Well, look what's coming your way anyway. 2 of Cups. This is a soul partnership. So it's starting to make me wonder with this Emperor at the outcome with the 6 of Swords, are you leaving them behind or you're leaving someone else behind and keeping the Emperor? Because there is someone in that raft and your ass is not alone. Judgment, please. Okay, you're becoming one of my solid cohorts, Aquarius. So there's going to be an extended. But you need to be a member to see the extended. This reading is about you. The extended is about your person, the person on your mind. And we read about their thoughts, their feelings, etc., etc. All right, 4 Cups in reverse again. We have the 10 of Pentacles and the 5 of Swords. Okay, so this is about marriage and commitment, or this is about a job with a lot of money. You've got to cut your losses. All right, there's a sacrifice that needs to be made. It's a bittersweet. You win some, you lose some, but you're not completely empty-handed. But it's not a perfect rainbow with a bow on it. So there's something that you do have to sacrifice, and that's your advice. That's why you're here, that you need to make a judgment call regarding something. And it can be a person. It can be about a marriage. It can be about a commitment. It can be about who gets the job. Maybe you're a boss and you got to cut someone loose, or you got to pick a job. You got to make that decision. Okay, after tarot for Aquarius, please. Yeah, it's one way or another decision time. I know you're very torn. See, the blindfold that you have on here, it's very much between two people. But once you make this decision, your problems go away. Five of Wands in reverse. I know there's a competition here. This looks painful. I can see why it's bothering you. It's going to, you're afraid it's going to affect other people, not just yourself. Aquarius, Pluto, the planet of like destruction and rebirth. It is what it is. You gotta do what you gotta do. What else am I gonna say to you, Aquarius? It's like ripping off the band-aid. Emperor and sword, the Six of Swords. I mean, all right, I'll give you some advice at the end of this, but let me see what I'm seeing here. Look, you're about to start a new chapter anyway, all right? Yeah, you're at a crossroads. See, you're trying to decide between two people and you're at that crossroads. You're definitely ready to do the new thing. All right? And I'm wondering, see, you have to understand that the Emperor is a boss. They create empires. They're huge. But I don't know if you want huge or if you want simple. But you're starting a new chapter. And I think you know it. And you're right there. You're tying up loose ends now. And I think everybody is. So last year was a huge spiritual year. It was the year of 7. So it was like a year of enlightenment. This year is the do year. It's the implementation year. And like I said, what you do now is depicting of your next, 2 decades of your life. Please go ahead and give us the after tarot. This is the foreshadowing of what's coming down the pike, the big changes. You're really struggling to make a tough decision. So you're being a little quiet with the Hermit. That's a Virgo energy there. And then I have Taurus back here with the Magician. You're trying to manifest something. Okay, it's not giving me much more details. I'll tell you why. Because at the back of the deck, you look like you're trying to manifest something. So you're resisting something in regards to either a job with a lot of money in your home or a marriage and a commitment. But then right after that, I see the Moon. These two together, those two cards together, the Moon and the High Priestess, it's kind of, especially when they're next to each other, it's kind of like when Spirit says, okay, the buck stops here. Because she's in decision mode. In the Minor Arcana, for me, this is the most impactful card there ever is, because you're at a crossroads and this is a tough choice. And that's your advice. Your advice is you need to make a final judgment call and put the nail in the coffin and bury it. You got Hermit here at your ending, but mentally trying to disengage and leave. It's not going to give me much more details because right now you're in the process of trying to figure it out. I think there's a lot of free will going on here. And I think a lot has to do with your external environment and the behavior and reaction of the people that you're dealing with. How fascinating. I think the extended reading is going to be quite important because we're going to see what your person's thinking, feeling, their intentions. I'm going to go pause you for a hot second because I need those cards back there. Actually, I don't need to pause you. Just hang. Alrighty. Let's see. Romance angels in regards to love. What is this for Aquarius? What do you see that I don't see? retreat and healing family issues. Okay. You're going to disconnect from the world, clearly, okay, because you are kind of like needing to make a wise decision, and that's what your outcome is showing you there. Healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. You're unlearning some shit, guys, that, from what you've seen from your parents. If they were divorced, if they fought, if they yelled, or if they overly coddled you, whatever it is. So there's attachment styles, there's abandonment issues, whatever that is. You're figuring that shit out. Now in the extended, you know what we do. We layer over those cards with tarot, and we get a little bit more deeper meaning into what spirit is trying to really say to you. All right, but last but not least, let's just do shadow and light as usually these oracle cards wrap it up with a real bow. Aquarius, please. This might actually help you. Relaxation and activation. Let's see what this is all about. Not everything we think we know is true. And just because something cannot be proven, it doesn't mean it isn't there. If you're feeling uneasy, stressed, or find it difficult to relax, know that it is not going to be there forever. Things can change. Just because there is now doesn't mean it always will be there. It only means that it might be things in your life that you need to change. Have a think and write a list of things that currently make you feel anxious. This is why you also had the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, guys, and what you don't see coming. Nothing's changing, and you need to make that decision. All right? You are not your anxiety. It's just a feeling. Sorry, itchy nose. But you are safe. You are not in danger, and your body and your mind together can make it go away. Sometimes the best medicine for relaxation is activation. In order to be able to relax your mind, it can help that your body is also ready to do the same. Activating your body will help calm your mind, and when your body is feeling tired, you might also find it's easier to relax mentally. This card encourages you to try and find relaxation in your mind through activation of your body. Instead of stressing out your mind, see if you can shift your focus and let the stress out by moving your body, like go to the gym or exercising or doing yoga, maybe even a little meditation. I let my emotional stress move through and out of my body. It's an affirmation you can use. Here's an exercise. Choose an activity that you enjoy, and it might be as simple as going for a walk. Anything like that. All right, to refocus your mind so it can help you make that judgment call and that decision that you need to make. All right, guys, leave me your comments down below. Share, like, and subscribe. The members link is down in the description box for you to see. All right, everyone, I'll see you there. Everyone else, I'll see you next Tuesday.